Hey there, wine lovers.
Hi everyone.
If you're new here, I'm Wairimo.
And I'm Claire.
Welcome to the Wine Safaris.
Yes, we are in a different environment. We did not upload last week, and we have so many things to explain where we are exactly.
Right.
So all that we will explain when we come to the end of our video, so that at least we can make it at least shorter.
Yeah.
And start with the very most important things that we believe brought you here. So today
you want to learn about house wine, and that is what you're talking about today. So of course, house wine has its good and bad, and mostly associated with some really not so true misconceptions, right?
True.
Yeah.
True. So what people do when they go to a restaurant, they take their menu, the wine list, they go through the wine list, and there are choices that you'll find there, and chances are you will find the establishment red and white wines that are the house wines.
Yeah.
And at that section, the prices are usually pretty good.
Yeah,
if you're out there for a good deal.
House wine will tend to be the cheapest wine on the menu. And there's of course there are attributes that contribute to that factor. So there are misconceptions. People will think that because it's the cheapest wine on the menu, then it's the wine that will taste the least best.
True.
And I think establishments that make an effort to make an effort with their food will also make an effort on the wine.
So what are the main reasons that people overlook this section most of the time?
The house wine
is because probably it has to do with an article they read somewhere
that house wine is bad,
or they have overheard it with someone that is bad. But all that it narrows it to these house wines being cheap and an establishment trying to get rid of them.
That is what people think.
That
a house wine is what they are trying to get rid of. It's maybe like stock that is not moving, wine stock that is not moving.
But for the most part, I think it's not true. But in other restaurants,
9 times out of 10, it's not true. But there are those who actually do that, right? And if you're watching this video, we're talking about restaurants that don't do that.
So if you go to restaurants that do that,
sijui
unafanya nini huko?
In the first place,
there,
right? You drink a house wine and then the next day you wake up with a banging headache. It should not be like that. House wine should be just as good as any wine on the menu.
So now, what is a house wine?
Right.
And should you care about them, by the way?
I think you should. I really think you should. So, house wine. Well, the term itself holds in meaning that it's a simple, ordinary wine that a restaurant will serve, and it will be the most inexpensive wine on the menu. It's always available. It's the most approachable wine. A wine that can go at least with almost everything on the menu, and it can be a red or a white.
Exactly. Also, sometimes it can be a wine that was not labeled as a house wine originally. It was just on the list. But after it appealed to many guests, then it was elevated to the status
of a house wine. Although you also find like people at home have house wine. They have home stock. To entertain people at home.
Something that it's gonna be, it's going to be loved by many people.
Call them crowd pleasers. Because they're easy sippers. They are good for anyone who drinks a red wine, a white wine, a sweet or dry wine. And they are not usually the most complex wines on the menu.
They're not. Don't think they will drive you crazy.
No, you would be like
excited.
So what are the good attributes of a house wine? I would have to say that a good house wine will offer good value. It might not be the most expensive wine, but at whatever price it's being sold at, it will offer value for what you spend.
That's true. So why are they even cheap? They're cheap
because that price factor.
I know kuna watu wanauliza, then why are they cheap?
Right.
Most of the cheap things are associated to be like not good, bad things, because they are cheap. But when it
But
comes
cheap is not really the term we should be using here. Let's say it's the most inexpensive. It's an inexpensive wine and it's mostly sold by the glass.
yeah. So why do they sell it
At
very
that
cheap?
price.
At that cheap?
Yeah.
At that price? It's because maybe they bought where it's considered by where they buy their wines
From
and
their
maybe
wholesalers,
if
yeah?
you buy in bulk, then
Of
they're
course,
given
they're
a discount.
discounted. Yeah, so it's not cheap because it's bad. It's cheap. It's inexpensive because they also bought it inexpensive.
Yeah, they got a discount, so it enabled them to sell at that
At
price.
that price
Yeah.
point. Yeah. Another good attribute about house wine is their reliability. Like, if a restaurant has a house wine, that means it's the most available wine on the menu.
Yeah, so they are sure they are consistent.
They always have it
Yeah,
in
so
the house.
if they don't have the rest, at least
They will have a
they'll
house
have
wine.
that one.
Yeah. And another good thing is its versatility in terms of pairing with food. So it's the kind of wine that would be good enough to sip on its own, but also would pair very nicely with other styles of food, whether you're having a dessert or a salad or a main course.
You know?
Yeah, if you're having like a simple meeting with someone and they have a good house wine, it's usually a safe bet to go to because you also don't know what the other person likes. But
Yeah.
a house wine will most likely please them as well.
Of course.
Yeah.
So I think we have
Now that we've told you all about
everything.
house wines,
You're not going to avoid that perception.
yes, we hope we have erased
Make
that
use of it.
misconception.
Yeah,
si ndio?
yeah.
Yeah, so
And it will be so fun.
And it's-
utasikia ukicomplain ati gosh, drinking wine in a restaurant is very expensive.
Right.
You're the one who's not taking advantage of
of
it.
the house
yeah?
wine especially, but it also depends with the style. So we decided to check out a wine bar called Chez Sonia on this particular video. It has a really nice chill ambience where you can just come and have a few glasses of wine with friends or family. They've really set it up nicely. It feels cozy.
Yeah.
It has an outdoor
You feel
setup.
home. You feel at home.
It feels homey.
Yeah.
It's very nicely put together. They have a range of wine from different regions, but they seem to have been keen on the old world countries.
Yeah.
So if you're trying to experience old world countries, you definitely should check out Chez Sonia.
Yeah.
They're really doing a good job.
This is amazing. They have different themes, different times. So they are very serious with whatever they are doing out there, their food and their wines.
Yeah.
So this is one of the places that, of course, but for them, they don't have a house wine.
No, they
have
don't.
Whatever we are having is a wine by the glass.
Yeah. So they've just categorized their wines in terms of where they're from and most likely their taste profile. But they don't have anything like a house wine. But I bet they have something that is close to a house wine, something that can be enjoyed by a lot of people.
Loving it.
Yeah. Their prices are also quite approachable.
Of course.
Yeah.
Being a old world country.
Wines. Yeah, of course.
It's a good price.
People will tend to come here for wine and cheese platters.
Yeah, they do. The cheese boards.
Yeah.
The setup is amazing.
Right, we'll show you around.
Very simple, but
Yeah, it's somewhere we
very
definitely want to come back again and again. If you want to bring someone to a nice wine
you
bar,
want to read books as you sip your wine.
we have books. It's a really interesting space, and we can't wait to see what they continue to do with it. And we'll definitely be back. Like for instance, what you're having here is a white Rioja wine. So this is a Spanish white wine. It has a sweet taste profile. Yeah, so it's very fruity. I don't think it has like medium acidity.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
To know.
Yeah, it's very light.
Very fruity, like
Fruity.
on the nose and also on the
The palate.
Yeah.
It's a very approachable wine. For sweet wine lovers, this will definitely knock you off the park. Yeah, and we also got some charcoal crackers.
These ones are bold. From today onwards,
You will see us in different
Make
places.
sure you're looking forward to our videos because they will be bomb. You will be learning a lot. Yes.
And seeing different places and drinking with us as well.
Yeah.
So we hope to catch you on the next one. Please don't forget to subscribe and share with your friends. Also hit that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any videos that we drop in a month's time.
Yes.
So until next time, guys,
Don't forget to take care of your wine.
always remember to take care of your wine.
Bye.